currently enjoying a fairly spectacular sunset down at Moss Bay Beach. I had all sorts of adventures getting up here, in that I had a proper mechanical problem with the controller on the bike. Stopped for lunch. When I'd taken the controller off the bike for security reasons, had it sitting beside me, and suddenly I noticed it flashed up a goodbye message, which I'd never seen before. Then after lunch I put it back on the bike, pushed the on button, didn't come on, pushed it again, didn't come on, pushed it again, didn't come on. So I was going, okay, I have a problem here. So I'm back into the pub, did a bit of googling. Could have been that the internal battery was flat. Now that was weird because it had been sitting on the bike for 4 hours, so that should have been charging it. But anyway, the charging port, however, is a micro USB, and of course I have no micro USB cables because I've been carefully switching everything to USB-C. So asked at the bar if they might have a micro USB I could lend, and in fact they did, so that was amazing. So I tried to charge that off a power pack. It wasn't really showing any sign of life as I was googling frantically, but after half an hour I noticed it kind of beeped at me when I pushed the on button, didn't come on. Went outside, put it on, pushed it, and it came on. I was like, oh, thank good. Expletive deleted for that. So cycled the bike up the road a little bit, and then it went off again. And then cycled the bike up the road again a little bit, and again it went off again. And this happened a couple of times, and I realized that reminded me of when my pannier had hit the magnet on the back wheel, the speed sensor magnet, and shifted it. And I had a look at that, and it was a bit out of place, not very far out of place. So I put that back into place, and it seemed to be working, but I didn't really trust it. And anyway, so I'm kind of like right down the bottom of the Ivor Peninsula in Kerry, long way from anything. So I went, I've no choice here really but to cycle it. And I'm going to the Pyrenees, so again, no real choice but to cycle it, because I'm not, if I was too scared to cycle in Kerry, I'd definitely be too scared to cycle in the Pyrenees. So set off on about a 50-kilometre journey to where I am now, Ross Bay. About halfway up at Kells Bay, there's like a kernel panic on the controller, so it stops again, has a kernel panic on the screen with a set of options. The only thing I can select on it, like you're meant to be able to scroll up and down, that wasn't working, is factory reset. And the factory reset reboots the thing, and it has worked since then. So maybe I have sorted out the issue with it, but maybe not. I had noticed just before I came down that it had done a system update, and I had groaned and thought, well, I kind of preferred if you'd to ask me, because I'd have put it off after I came back from the Pyrenees, but it didn't ask me. So that might be what the cause of the problem is. But yeah, leaves a question as to what I'm going to do. I'm inclined to carry on with my journey, because if I don't do that, I can't really go to the Pyrenees if I'm not brave enough to cycle around Kerry with it. But yeah, not the situation you want to be in.